Yippee! Yay! Oh, so I have so.
First, let's open it up so that we can create a ceremonial sacred space.
Yeah.
So that.
Well, I don't have I make smoke.
Oh,
I make smoke and run off the uglies. The evil ones, the dark ones. But see, the nighttime is primarily.
But we're gonna do it at 5. But just so that we can just.
No. We can save this for later.
For later.
Yeah,
okay.
It's unnecessary now because this is not their time.
Correct.
Their time is of the night.
Correct.
And there's so many wonderful, positive-minded souls like this man.
Yes.
And that couple that just left. They don't have a chance here in the daytime.
No, they don't.
So they go recluse wherever they belong, and I don't want to know and go away, and it's good.
Correct.
What can I call the spirits from the 4 directions? It's we are very mindful about east, south, west, and north. Correct. Grandfather above, dear mommy below, and all within.
Correct.
Within this universe, within the Milky Way,
yes.
Within this beautiful blue-green planet,
yes.
Within this continental America, within the state of Southern California, within the county of Inyo, within this immediate area. It's a blessed place.
It's a blessed place.
All within. When I pray to all my relations. If you need air, if you need food, if you need water, if you need that sun, we're related.
Yes.
That's everything alive.
Yes.
Everything alive needs sun, water, air, and food.
Yes.
So that I'm related to them.
I love you. I
feel them. I feel them.
Yes.
You know, I get messages from them, and I give them messages. And
I love you.
You know, I don't share these things with white people.
Why? They need the help.
So many. I pray for them. I teach them.
Yes.
I set an example, as I would a native person.
Yes.
I would teach them as well as the best of my knowledge to share. Set an example, and the ones that don't get it, I pray for them.
Correct.
That's all.
Please lead this space. This is your space.
Their history.
I know it's very painful on our soul as the people.
You know, our ancestors suffered at the hands of the Western Europeans, and I don't damn them. I pray for them.
Yes.
I want them to become more than what they are.
Yes.
You know, we all want to be more than what we are. In a good way. In a good way, solely.
Yeah.
A lot of the evil ones really get good at being evil. You know, but that's okay. That's not my business.
Our business is just channel so much love that our love overtakes the darkness. It just like lights it up.
I project
happiness,
love, joy, contentment, compassion, and empathy. If you're in need, I'm taught to help, teach health. It's not gifts. They're shining. I'm shining because of them.
So let's open up the 4 directions.
This is in the language of the Navajo.
Yes.
That's the biggest nation. They have over 1 million adult voting members. So it's the largest nation in this country. And unfortunately, they're suffering from the COVID. They weren't mindful of separation practices and whatnot. So now they're suffering. And I have so many dear friends down there, and I'm mindful of. I got the notion they need the prayer.
Right. We all need prayer.
We all do.
We all need prayer.
If it's offered in a good way.
Yes.
Only. I always say these words when I come, or if I say bless you, and I offer that in a good way.
Correct.
Let there be no misunderstanding. Let there be no misunderstanding.
Let there be love.
Love, joy, compassion, empathy. You project these things, that's all you get back.
Oh my God, I'm
joy.
so blessed. I don't even know what, please, take over.
Hey, guy. Are you recording now?
Yes, I'm recording.
Okay. Sir, can I share with you a Navajo direction song? Sure. Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
ha, hey, yonder, hey, yonder, ha, hey, yonder, hey, yonder. Shade, hey, yonder, hey, yonder. Shade, hey, yonder, hey, yonder. Hey, hey, yonder, hey, yonder. Hey, hey, yonder, hey, yonder. Knuckles, hey, yonder, hey, yonder. Knuckles, hey, yonder, hey, yonder. Now the creator. Johnny go, hey, yonder, hey, yonder. Johnny go, hey, yonder, hey, yonder. Oh! Offer the little water to the four directions. Those that are in thirst. Those that are in need. May they gain and acquire what they need and offer that in a good way. And I'll call for the good medicine to come to you. Matasena, Matasena. So we have so many ways of prayer. We have the most important, the unspoken. It's just me and him, you and her, yes. You and her. There's the spoken word that when we're in with other people in a church or mosque, or when everyone speaks in unison, it's beautiful. Whatever form of religion it is, it don't matter. And then there's the prayers in the form of song, and it's beautiful. This is one of my most important mentors in California. It's called bear medicine. Yeah. So the fierce bear, but the fierce mommy bear.
Oh, the fierce mommy bear.
She has such compassion and love for them little cubs, and such delicate, yet you attempt to harm them cubs, see what happens. Matasena, Matasena, Way, so Weya, W-E-Y-A. I'm calling for the Weya to come from the four directions.
Salvoni, creative visionary, and welcome back to the Future Gen Leaders International African Tribe. Thank you so much for being here on our video series. Yes, at times we have some really provocative conversations. Actually, I think most of the videos are provocative conversations. But it's time we have these conversations. The secrets we keep us sick. The secrets we keep us sick. And every single human being on planet Earth has experienced trauma. Every single human being. I don't care how wealthy you are, or I don't care how poor you think you are. Every single human being on planet Earth has experienced trauma. We are coming out of a Kali Yuga cycle in consciousness. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, please Google Kali Yuga. It's been a very traumatic cycle in the consciousness of humanity. Our ancestors for 5,000-10,000 years have been murdering each other, raping each other, destroying each other. It has gotten epic. It has gotten epic. But before every golden age, before every golden age, every good time, there is pain. As you were coming out of your mother's womb, your mother was in agony like hell. She was in agony like hell. But as soon as she held you in her arms, all of that pain went away because she saw the beauty in your face. Sometimes you might think, oh, my mother never loved me, my mother never saw that. But I want to believe that no matter what experience you had with your mother, no matter what experience you had with your father, there was a point there that they loved you enough to bring you to planet Earth. Not all relationships were perfect with our parents, and even those ones that say, oh, I had perfect parents, you lie a lot. You're so disassociated from your trauma. You live in a lie. Fake lives. Fake lives. Everybody's had trauma. Your parents don't like you too. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you straight up. They don't like you, and you don't like them, and that's okay. Start working on your wounds. Start working on your daddy never loved me wounds, mother never loved me wounds. All visionaries have had to go through that process of coming face to face with themselves, their wounds, their traumas, their demons, their angelic qualities. And once you transmute all of this and recognize that everything inside of you is pointing back to love, love for thyself, love for humanity, love for God, love for nature, I can assure you that this journey is worth taking. The journey of a visionary is worth taking. The adventure of the soul is worth taking. It's worth buying a ticket to take this train. I swear to you, it's amazing. Yes, I say it's amazing with a caveat. Truly, I say it with a caveat. The hells you will live through if you choose to embody your brilliance, if you choose to embody the path of a visionary. Oh, wow. Wow. The hells you will experience. The opposition, the obstacles, the tears you will cry. The betrayals, even the greatest saintly saints, masters, ascended masters, all these saints we pray to. Look at the allegorical story of Jesus. They nailed him to a cross. The very people who now are celebrating Easter nailed this man to a cross when he was just telling people, yo, in the Bible it says, greater things shall you do. I'm walking on water. Yo, you're going to be like speeding through water with jet skis, with all sorts of water sports, with like faster boats. And I mean, do you know what I mean? Remember, like, think about it. In Jesus's age, I don't know if they even thought about airplanes. I don't know. Cell phones? What? So what was Jesus saying? Or what was this allegorical story of Jesus trying to teach humanity? That life is constantly evolving itself through and as you. So that's why he kept saying, greater things shall you do. Because yes, from Jesus's age to now, greater things have manifested. Have they not? Have they not? Ah, yes. Do you think in Jesus' age they weren't fighting? There wasn't trauma? There wasn't daddy never loved me wounds, mother never loved me wounds? Oh yes, these things were happening. So every stage of consciousness, we go through this birthing of a new earth, a golden age, a new time to just know ourselves. But during that time, we are going to be in a hell that nobody even told you that you're being. And that's okay. That's okay. As long as you can just say, okay, I'm in hell right now. Truly, I am in hell. I'm in hell when I think about all the racism. I'm in hell. I'm in hell. I'm angry. I'm in rage. As soon as you can just accept that and be able to verbalize it, tree therapy is the best. Sit under a tree and talk about your troubles. Or even just tell the tree your troubles. I usually don't talk to people very much. I talk to trees because trees are always there, willing to listen. Your therapist gets tired. Your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your mother, your father, your sisters, your cousins, your friends, they get tired of listening to your troubles and your traumas. Honestly, everybody gets tired. But the trees are always there waiting. Oh, you want to talk about your troubles today? Come on and tell me about your troubles. Oh, your troubles are this, your troubles are that. And then the tree, if you sit long enough under a tree, silent, listening, the tree will give you an answer. It'll give you a solution. I have talked to trees all over the world. I've talked to trees in the desert, just one lonely little bush or one lonely little tree. I'll sit there and tell the tree all my troubles. My business troubles are this, my marriage troubles are this, my money troubles are this, my friend troubles are this, my family troubles are this, my body troubles are this. Oh, tree, please help me, tree. I don't know, tree. You can go to therapists until you're blue in the face. Truly, but over the years of coaching and being in therapy myself and on a quest to understand the human psyche, I've just noticed that most of the answers I'm seeking are within me. If I stay silent long enough under a tree, after I've vomited all of my sadnesses and my rage to the tree, if I sit long enough, the answer starts emerging from within me. Sometimes I think, oh, I'm listening to the wind or I'm listening to the sun, but usually the answer will arise from within me. So if you're in a lot of hell and you don't have money for therapy, if you're in a lot of rage and you're just like, I feel like I'm just gonna explode, go and sit outside under a tree and just tell the tree all your troubles. And after you tell the tree all your troubles, just dance. I swear to you, these things sound so counterintuitive to what the rational society would have you do, right? Rational societies drink. Rational societies just continue working. Rational societies get more money. Rational societies have more sex. And where is this leading to? Porn addiction, debt crises, money problems, a relationship, people beating each other up, all sorts of these things. All sorts of these things. When I met Uncle Randy, I was in a hell. I was going through a dark night of the soul. It was just a very, very, very dark time. And it was leading up to 2016. Make America Great Again, and all of just the amount of hatred and anger that was bubbling up in America. It was a very, very dark time. And I was out in the desert just praying. I was like, oh my God, I didn't move to America to witness all of this anger and this violence. I left South Africa because I was like, oh my God, I need to figure out peace for myself so that I could bring it to my people. Now this violence and this anger and this rage is happening in America. This is crazy. What's going on? It was during the Trump elections and just the back and forth of anger. And I was like, why are these men so angry? Why are these men so angry? I need to understand, why are these men so angry? I understood the ones from the veteran war, but there was just more and more showing up. And I was out in the desert praying and doing my spiritual work and playing with my friends, because that is important to me, to play with my friends. And I met this girl who had run away from home, and she was out in the desert on her own, and she was just, you could see that she was just broken. She was just broken. She had just graduated college and she was living the van life. And in the desert, yes, there are incredible people who are like billionaires, like serious CEOs, biotech CEOs, people on Wall Street, Silicon Valley. Yes, these people exist in the desert, but you won't find these people. They don't just like hang out where everybody hangs out, right? You meet them because you're on the path looking for your own healing, and then you speak the same language, or you're about to make a really big financial decision and you need direction. So when you meet people like this at a coffee shop, you don't know that they're a billionaire. You don't know that they're a tech billionaire. You don't know what they do. You just speak your truths, and then you connect based on your truth. And then maybe, I don't know, 2 months later, you're like, wow, what? So there's those people in the desert. These are my friends. These are people I hang out with. But there's also people in the desert that are going to the desert to heal, just like us. And some of them come out of prison. They're 20 years in prison. and they haven't had sex all this time in prison, and God knows what they were doing in prison. Some of them come out of mental health institutions because in America they stopped funding for mental health institutions. So these people have psychotic breaks, and then the hospitals become overcrowded, so they push them out onto the streets. They have no place to go. Sometimes they catch a ride into the desert and they just get dumped by the closest water source. That's where you'll usually find people who are really in a tough space. It's usually by a water source, a hot spring, hot baths, a river, a lake, somewhere they'll usually camp out and live there. So young girls go out trying to find themselves if they've been abused, if raped in college. There's a lot of rape that happens in the colleges on campus. So they'll experience this trauma and they will go out into the desert living this van life to try and heal, because we're all out there in the desert trying to heal, or out in the jungles or whatever, trying to heal. So these young girls get fascinated by this van life and how it's just such an amazing life. You're free. You don't have to deal with your parents. You don't have to deal with work. You're just a free agent. But what they don't understand is that there are men that are coming out of prison. There are men who are sick, who are murderers and haven't been caught. And these young girls, because they're so vulnerable, they don't know what they're doing out there in the desert. They end up having sex with these men for a beer, for some weed, and it just becomes a nightmare. It's a nightmare. So I'd met this young girl who was crying at night. I was spending time by myself in my campsite, and I just heard this girl just crying. I heard her scream. I was like, wow, I wonder what happened, but I'm not going outside. Even though I've got my spear and my shield, no ways. I'm staying in my car. I was sleeping in my car that day, not in my tent. I said, I'm not going out of this car. And then the next morning, I went up to her at the hot springs and I said, yo, I heard you crying last night. What was happening? She's like, oh, I was raped. Oh my God, I was raped. All this stuff. She's crying. So I'm trying to help her there. I'm like, yo, we need to go to the police. Let's go to the police. Let's try to sort this out. No, it turns out homegirl was not raped. She drank too many beers, and then she smoked too much pot and probably did some DMT. And then she had hooked up with a guy who was not stable. And I was like, oh my God, where are the mothers of these children? Why are the mothers of these children not telling these Caucasian children that out there in the desert is not always safe? I am an African woman. I am an indigenous woman. I hang out with some powerful shamans out there in the desert. Like Uncle Randy, he's been my teacher for a while. And he initiated me to some really powerful laws to protect myself when I'm out there in the desert. He reminded me how to pray and connect to the prayers of my ancestors for protection. And he initiated me into his shamanic practice so that when I'm on the land in America, I am protected. I know how to call upon protection, plus my own protection from Africa and the Asian people. I don't understand why Caucasian women are not teaching their children these things. Your children are getting raped out in the desert. They are getting murdered out in the desert because they don't know how to protect themselves. A gun will not protect your daughter. No. White woman, wake up to this. So anyway, I was trying to counsel this girl, and then she freaked out. Turns out that she was she had borderline personality disorder. And young girls with borderline personality disorder is usually because of trauma in childhood. And when this trauma happens, these young girls just tend to sleep with anyone. They don't ask. They have sex with these men without condoms. It's such a nightmare out there in the desert. Oh my goodness. The things I have seen. Young girls get burnt in their cars out there in the desert. Every time I meet a good man out there in the desert, I'm always asking, where are the fathers of these young girls? Where are the mothers of these young girls who live in their vans and they're 22 years old, 28 years old? I don't even live in my car. I will sleep in my car for 2-3 days and then I'm back home working. So I'm so grateful for all of my teachers. Uncle Randy made me promise that I would share the wisdom of his people. so that young Native Americans can remember the prayers of their ancestors as they are walking in America. He made me promise this. Sometimes he would help me, we would talk, we would work, he would teach me. This man is a powerful healer, a powerful man of God. Like when he starts praying, he call in a tornado and make me stand in the middle of the tornado and say, pray the prayers of your ancestors now. Powerful man. You won't find him advertising services of healing on TV or YouTube or Facebook. No. This man, you can only find him if your ancestors have sent you to him. These are the real men of God. These are the real prayer shamans. These are the real shamans that you work with. They don't heal you. They don't do nothing for you. They just test you and make you call upon your ancestors. A real man of God, a real healer, a real shaman, a real mystic, a real monk, a real spiritual teacher is not going to heal you. They're not going to give you tricks and medicines and spells and incantations and all these low-level vibrational things for you to make more money, for you to have more sex, for you to get a girl, for you to have children, for you to have any. They're not going to give you any of these things. They are just going to teach you to pray and call upon the prayers of your ancestors so that you can be the one that fulfills the highest vision and prayers of your ancestors here on planet Earth, but also your ancient ancestors and your highest self. You are here to self-actualize. If you are hanging out with these fake mystics who are giving you children, potions for money, potions to be famous and rich and all of these things, and marriages, you are hanging out with low vibrational people. True men and women of God are not interested in this nonsense. They're interested in you fulfilling your purpose, activating, becoming the ascended master you are here to become. Stop suffering, live in joy, be happy, be peaceful, get out of ignorance. These are the true spiritual teachers. You must prepare yourself to get there. It doesn't happen just by chance. I was in America for 12 years before I met Uncle Randy. And he was like, your people sent you. You've got some stuff to learn. You need to toughen up. It's not easy to hear these things, but this is true visionaryship. This is the true path of a leader. Truly, this is the true path of a leader. I've had so many initiations, so many assignments. Those assignments were tough. I have been in car accidents. People have tried to kill me. And every time I would go to my teachers in the desert, they would say, yes, it was an assignment. You needed to pass it. You needed to strengthen up. You needed to learn how to pray deeper. You needed to learn how to stand on the promises of your gods. These are the true men and women of God. I'm so grateful to Uncle Randy and his initiations and his teachings. Some of them were difficult. Some of the assignments and the initiations were hella difficult. But I'm grateful. My soul is grateful. I'm grateful to Coyote Woman, who initiated me through such gentleness on how to embody the divine feminine. Uncle Randy taught me how to embody the divine masculine and toughen up as a spiritual warrior. Coyote Woman taught me how to surrender to the will of the Mother, Father God. Through prayer, she would tell me, go and pray at this place and just give me coordinates. And if I missed the coordinates, I would come back. She said, yeah, you didn't pray at the right place. I'd be like, how did you know that I didn't pray at the right place? She's like, I know, I've been following you in spirit. Your people have sent you here for you to initiate and work this alchemy. These are true men and women of God, not these people you give money to and they sprinkle things on you and all of a sudden you're going to be rich and famous and have sex and 2 perfect kids and a wife who's got a size 2 waist and boobs and a big ass. This is bullshit. Cut it out with these things. Stop praying to these low gods or stop giving your money to these shamans and these fake mystics and these people who are just Hollywood-driven D-list actresses and they're working in mystic bazaars and they don't know what they're talking about half the time. Go out by yourself and then you will meet the right people when your spirit is clean enough so that you can meet the high teachers. The high teachers don't need to advertise. The high teachers don't need to hype themselves up. That's why I'm telling you, I'm not your shaman. I'm not your teacher. I'm not your nothing. I'm nothing to you. I'm nothing. I'm a spiritual being having my own spiritual experience in my own human body. You see, that's why I'm on the YouTubes. But I know where these great teachers are. I know where they are. The ones that are not advertising, trying to manipulate you for money and sex. Please be conscious. Teach your children, white woman, about the dangers of van life. And the great fathers, the great men that I meet out in the desert, I'm always interviewing them saying, hey, help us as young women. Because these young women don't know. Even these young men, they don't know what they're looking at. They don't know what's going on. They're having spiritual awakenings and they don't know what's going on. Let's wake up to this humanity. Please, let's wake up. So let's continue with this conversation. We're going to call upon the law of Sekhmet come in. Thank you. Vigili, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to chant Nam-myoho Renge-kyo. Nam-myoho Renge-kyo is powerful, especially when you're driving. It's really powerful. It will protect you. It's protecting me in some really tricky situations. It will protect you. So we're going to chant Nam-myoho Renge-kyo. And I'm going to do driving meditations. Spent a lot of time driving between university and work. I listen to a lot of powerful chants. There's a Tibetan shamanic chant. It's called Chud. Yeah, it's called Chud. Tibetan monks and shamans go to graves and they wear their outfits and they start chanting at graves to demonic spirits so that they can transform the demonic spirit energy. It's a very powerful practice. And when I'm in hell, really, in a lot of hell, I start doing my chuds. Really, I do my chud. Yeah, chud is very powerful. Google chud. It's a Tibetan shamanic practice for clearing your path and helping you clear your own rage and your own demons that live inside of you. Oh, but it's a different spiritual practice. I'm Christian. These Christian people are the same ones that are in abusive relationships. These Christian people are the same ones that children are dying. Your children are getting shot. Try something else. Jesus protects you, maybe. You know, I believe in Christ consciousness. Jesus never existed. Yeshua was the name that was given to him. This allegorical story of Jesus. Jesus never existed. There was no such thing as Jesus. I went to ministerial school. I know this stuff. No such thing. It's a made-up character. Yeshua. I totally believe in Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness is different from religious psychosis. And if your children are still getting killed as Black people and you are still praying to Jesus, something's not working, try something new, try Chud. It's a very powerful Tibetan shamanic and like spiritual practice. And I mean, these people are, look at the Asian people. Asian people are like seriously successful compared to Black people. They pray to their gods. They don't forget their gods. Okay, some do, and then they start spiraling out because they get a little bit crazy in the head. When you forget your gods, well, you're done. And this is a very sensitive issue, right? I mean, like at this time when mothers are grieving, communities are grieving, it's very difficult to have these conversations, but this is the time to have these conversations. Pray to your gods. Pray to your gods. Get out of religious psychosis, please. Please get out of religious psychosis. These things are not doing any good for your children. Okay. So I'm going to do traveling meditations. I travel a lot around the world. And the reason I am certain that I will get to where I need to go and be back home is because I know how to connect and align with the laws of the ocean, the laws of aerodynamics. So I'm not all stressed out and fearful of flying. I understand the laws that the birds connect to of aerodynamics. I'm connected to those laws, and I'm sitting there in business class and I'm protected. The laws of the road, they are goddesses and gods of the road. Did you know this? No, when you don't know these accidents everywhere. Oh, humanity, wake up from religious psychosis and this ignorance. Wake up, humanity. There is help available. You have friends in high places. Humanity, wake up. Okay, the Zulu woman has spoken. Let's take it. The spiritual thing is very light. When you get too overwhelmed with the stuff, that's when it becomes religious psychosis. You can have these forceful conversations, these segment forceful conversations, these kalima forceful conversations, but you can know that, you're doing the best you can. And as you keep watching Zulu Zen, as you keep learning, as you keep chanting for yourself, you will see the miracles. Whether it's chud, whether it's namihorengekyo, whether you're connecting to umvelingani, nomkubulwan, nomvigeligas, segment, kalima, Krintara, Kuan Yin. It doesn't matter who you're connecting to. White Buffalo Woman for the Native American people. I've initiated with all these shamans and all these high spiritual teachers. I know how to align whatever country I'm going to. I say, oh, put my forehead on the ground. And I say, please protect my mind. Please protect my decision-making process. This is why I'm certain I can travel around the world and I will be safe and protected. Even if an accident happens, even if something awful happens, I know that I won't be bashed up to a point where I'm dead. I'll still be able to keep on going. Because there is a law in the universe of renewal and regeneration of the cells of the body. We live in so much fear and ignorance. We don't even know these laws, and that's why we're all kind of fucked up and shit in the head.
Look how handsome this man is. Just look at this daddy. He's so sexy. Yes, daddy, yes. This is my brother. Say hello to my people in Africa.
Hello,
Look how sexy he is.
I have new my sister.
Yeah.
Alright.
My handsome brother. Okay, we have to talk about black cobra. That we have it in Africa.
Yeah.
And I said, no, my brother was talking to me about it because he's a fighter.
Mm.
I said, no, these things are also in Thailand. Where's that black cobra? Yes.
This is black cobra. It make from many ingredients inside. Just one thing is some part of the cobra. It's called cobra toxin. It combination with this ointment, and this toxin can make the blood flow to the area that you use it and make the blood vessel dilate. When you dilate, it blood flow very well. It make inflammation come down. Many things inside. Yeah.
So especially as a fighter, like if you're training hard and you're boxing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because in Thailand, just a part the 5 years or 6 years ago, they use the knowledge about cobra toxin from the vessel dilation or many benefit, and they just combination with ointment. This is new in Thailand, but I think it's just happened not more than 10 years in the past.
Where did the Thai people get this idea of the cobra medicine?
I think it's maybe from your country.
From Africa.
Yes.
That's why you're my brother. We're all from Africa. All the healers are from Africa.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
use the same. In Africa, we use the same. Even when I'm praying, I call the cobra and I pray, and I know that the energy of the cobra can help me even when I'm praying.
This is the real thing because the organ in the cobra, I don't know what is called. I think it's uh some organ that make the hormone or something in the snake. The Chinese believe
The Chinese
also.
too, yes.
Chinese, Africa, and now it's Thailand. I think who the start this knowledge, this is a long time.
It's Africa.
Yeah, but in the past, the Thai people don't believe that.
Oh.
They think it's crazy thing to use from the cobra, right? Because cobra make you can die. But if you don't put toxin in the blood vessel or in just topical, it's many benefit. And now it's popular. Many people Thai use this for work hard or warm the muscle and vessel before fighting or working hard.
My brother, we need to start training with Muay Thai. You know, I need to start. I need to get strong like you. Look at my brother. Just look at this man. Yo, look at this man. Look his arms. He's a doctor and he's a healer and he's a fighter. Woo! Yes. When are we gonna start fighting Muay Thai? Get somebody out here because there's a lot of people. You know, all the Farang, they come on vacation. You know, if you're Farang, they pay $50 to learn Muay Thai there.
Yeah.
Why not do the Farang there?
They have a lot of the teacher here, and almost they on the gym.
Oh.
Right, and the new idea for personal training in the hotel is not happening yet.
You make it happen. You are the one, my brother. You are the one. I will come to train with you because I want to have sexy arms like you, sexy abs like you. Oh, my brother. Yes. We've got a new business now. You're going to do personal training. Right, my brother? Yes. Now you're on camera. You cannot say no.
Yes.
Can you see how amazing my brothers are? This is why I love living here. It's like I have family. I have amazing brothers. My brother has an amazing son who wants to be a programmer and a rock star. That's what your son was telling me the other day. He says he wants to be a programmer and a rock star. My brother's wife is a beautiful goddess. She's a goddess, right, my brother?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's have my medicine. This is my handsome brother. Oh, please say your name so that people can know your name.
My name is T. T-E-A. T.
There you go, my brother T. Love you, my brother. I love this man.
You know what I've learned about this thing called life? Is that kindness, self-love, self-compassion, and generosity of the soul always allows you to have the most magnificent life. Truly, it just allows you to have the most magnificent life. I'm so grateful for my parents for teaching me how to connect with people on a soul level. You know? Our healers, our doctors, our surgeons, our pharmacists, the people that serve us, even the police people that we hate so much, all of these good people that serve us, they are doing the best they can. They have children, they have wives, they have families, they have problems financially, they have dreams, they want to go on vacation, they want to live a good life just like you. How about when we go to the hospitals, you come with kindness? Yes, even if you're sick, oh my goodness, just go with kindness. You don't need to vomit on your doctors and your nurses and your pharmacists and your ambulance people and treat them badly. You know what I mean? They are just human beings like you, doing the best they can. They have their own stresses too. They have their own dramas too. Can we be nice to each other? Just show up with kindness. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't devalue you, to be kind to other people. I love my healers. I love my male healers. Oh, my male healers, they make me so happy. Oh, I love my brothers who are healers. Oh my God, I love my brothers who are healers. I love the fact that all of this wisdom that I have been initiated to from all over the world is starting to come together. I'm just like, oh my God, we are truly one. We are truly one. Love truly reigns supreme. I am proving this to myself because my prayers are now becoming my life. As I pray, may all beings be happy, may all beings be peaceful, may all beings be liberated from all ignorance, may all beings be liberated from all suffering. As I speak this day in and day out, I chant this even when I'm sleeping. So when you're sleeping, you can actually just record your own voice saying, may I be happy, may I be peaceful, may I be liberated from all ignorance, may I be liberated from all suffering, and just play it for yourself while you're sleeping. Then that becomes your living law, the law of your subconscious mind. When that becomes the law of your subconscious mind, you will find that you no longer need to fight with people or prove yourself or nothing. You won't need this stuff because you will just be able to connect with people. Oh, you use cobra medicine too? Oh yeah, in Africa we use cobra medicine too. You see, we are brother and sister because now we're not fighting on a skin level. We're not competing on a financial level or a socio-economic level. We're not competing on our sexiness or our fatness. We're just looking at the soul, the heart of that person. What do you have to offer the world? How can I be of greater service to you so that we can expand wholeness and healing on planet Earth? These are the kinds of people that I'm only interested in being around. Those that are here to change the course of human history in their own unique way for the good, so that our children can have a better chance at being healthy, loving, productive, creative beings on planet Earth. I am grateful to all of my teachers. Amasu, bless you and your ancestors for all of eternity. So thank you so much, Visionary, for spending your time with me. I hope you're enjoying this video series. Please make sure that you subscribe to our channel. And if you know someone who's going through a hard time, please make sure that you share these videos. They might be an inspiration to them. And also, if you are having a hard time and you are suicidal or you're having suicidal thoughts, please call the suicide hotline in your country. And if in your country there is no suicide hotline, please call a friend. And if you don't have a friend or you don't have family, please go hug a tree. Yo, trees will heal you. Hug a tree. Hug a tree. Hold that tree and say, yo, tree, talk to me, tree. Tell me that you love me, tree. Because I can't even tell myself that I love myself. Tree therapy. Tree therapy. Tree therapy. Change your story. Change your mind. Change your life. Tree therapy. Tree therapy. Tree therapy. Get the fuck out of your house and go outside and touch a tree. Take your shoes off. Put your feet on the ground. Hug that tree. And that tree will heal you. Yes. That tree will heal you. Thank you so much, Visionary. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much, Visionary. I love you. I love you. I love you. What has brought us together is for a higher and nobler cause. I appreciate you and I thank for having you in my world and me in your world today. Thank you so much for showing up as your beautiful self. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye-bye.